summer of 2020 will go down in history as a time when hundreds of thousands of people took to the streets to protest the murder of George Floyd. Oakland was transformed as artists and activists turned the city into a gallery of protest. Now, summer of 2020 is captured in a new book. It's called Painting the Streets, Oakland Uprising in the Time of Rebellion. And here to tell us more about it is one of the contributors, poet Nia McAllister. She's also the Senior Public Programs Manager at the Museum of the African Diaspora. Nia McAllister, welcome to Black Renaissance.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure having you. You know, I've seen you at work. Your poetry is powerful and beautiful. And you're one of the many artists that have contributed to this beautiful book, Painting the Streets. Tell us about the genesis of the project and how you got involved.
Yeah, absolutely. So Painting the Streets is this absolutely beautiful art book that documents the artistic response to the uprisings in 2020. We know that people locally, nationally, and internationally all took to the streets in protest of the continued police violence and state murders of Black people, including the murders of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and countless others. And so in the wake of those murders, people locally here in Oakland took to the streets and created murals downtown in the boarded up storefronts, and really created these beautiful artistic responses that spoke to the ideas of justice and accountability and community. And so after these murals were created, there was really this intent of how do we document these and continue the conversation beyond these physical museums that we've created in our local downtown. And so the organization's Eastside Arts Alliance and Nomadic Press teamed up to create this book, and were able to catalog and document so many of the murals that were featured by local artists, and then pair those with essays and poetry and interviews. I was contacted by J.K. Fowler, the founder of Nomadic Press, to be a contributor, to contribute a piece of poetry.
Your poem, Say Her Name, is the piece that they've included in this. It's such a powerful piece. Tell us some of the other artists and poets who are included in this work.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's an honor because there's literally such legacies in this book. We have the poetry of Sonia Sanchez. We have the poetry of Tongo Eisen Martin, the 8th Poet Laureate of San Francisco. We have the poetry of Ayodele Nzinga, Oakland's Poet Laureate. We have, an essay by Robin D.G. Kelly. We have a conversation between Tongo Eisen Martin and Emory Douglas, speaking to, Emory Douglas's work with the Black Panthers and that continued legacy that is showing up today. And so it's incredible to see these murals, the photographs of these murals, alongside these other forms of art, because, we see how artists have always been responding to social movements through art, continuing that conversation creatively.
That is so true. And, the summer of 2020, it's like indelible in my memory, in our collective memories, but it's as if everything's pivoting right now, where everybody's thinking about the economy, talking about crime, climate change, January 6th. People are looking away, and hopefully this book will help rekindle and keep that fire alive.
Absolutely. And I think that exact point is spoken to in many points and many stages of this book. Even in Alicia Garza's introduction, she speaks about, people worrying about the how and not the why, not getting to the root of these problems. Robin D.G. Kelly speaks about abolition, saying it's not an event, it's a process. And so I think this book is trying to push that forward, saying, look, it's not that specific moment, it's not the specific uprising of 2020. This has been going on and it shall continue. We're not going to let these issues, go out of the media cycle, because we're still fighting for our lives here.
Absolutely. And the book is going on tour.
And actually, there's going to be an exhibition at the San Francisco Public Library in the African American Center that will feature some of the artists and the artwork and the murals that are documented in this book. And so that will be a 3-month exhibition running from August 20th through November 27th. And wow. I encourage folks to go see that in person. And there'll also be a panel that accompanies that on August 28th with some of the artists involved as well.
And folks can purchase the book right now, right?
Yes, that is correct. So Nomadic Press, who's the publisher, you can visit their website, Nomadic Press. and purchase your copy.
And proceeds from the book go to help support a really good cause, art in schools.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
So needed.
Yeah, absolutely. And it also goes to fund some of the Black writers that are published through Nomadic Press, through their Nomadic Press Black Writers Fund.
Nia, thank you for joining us on Black Renaissance, and I hope we can help get the word out.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Remember, Painting the Streets, Oakland Uprising in the Time of Rebellion, is on sale now. Visit nomadicpress.org.